Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. So Sri Rudram starts with Asya Sri Rudradhyaya Prashna Mahamantrasya. Any mantra is given by a rishi and which will be following a specific meter, a chantas, through which the chanting has to be performed. Also, there will be a devata that will be identified for doing the dhyan. Sri Rudram is given by Aghora Rishi and follows the Anushtup meter, Anushtup Chantaha. And Sankarshana Murti is the devata for Sri Rudram. The Sankarshana Murti, Sankarshanam, that means one who attracts everybody towards him. We know Akarshanam, right? Sankarshanam. Who is a Paramapurusha? Paramapurusha means the Purusha signifies the Chaitanya Rupam. All Jivas are also Purushas. But here we are not talking about the Jiva. We are talking about the Paramapurusha, not the reflected Chaitanyam. We are talking about the original Chaitanyam, which is the Kudastha Chaitanyam. And who is the Rudra? So, Sankarshana Murti Swarupo Yoshavaditya Paramapurusha Rudro. And this Rudra is the other form of Rudra, the Mankala Swarupam of Rudra is Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. That Shiva is the seed, the root cause of everything, the Bijam. Namah Shivayedi Bijam. And the Sakti, the energy, the flow of energy that is inside that seed is that actual Shakti. Shivatara Yedi Shakti. But this Shakti is in an unmanifest form originally, which is not even visible outside. So there is some covering that covers that, and that covering is nothing but the Mahadevam itself. Mahadevedi Kilayam Kilakam Shri Shampa Sadasiva Prasada Siddhyarte Jape Viniyogaha. So let Shampa Sadasiva's prasadam be flowing to me for this japa. It's more like a sankalpam which we do. And then it goes like, we already talked about the Lagunyasam and Mahanyasam. At that time I said that a very simple version is there with just touching the Anganyasam and Karanyasam. Right? So we start with we touching each of the fingers and then each of the body parts like the Hridayam, Siras, Shika, and also feeling like a Kavacham. We tell that. And that one is with 5 specific mantras. Agnihotratmane, Darshapurnamasatmane, Chaturmashyatmane, Niruda Pasupantatmane, Sarvakratvatmane. So, Agnihotram is a Nitya Karma, which needs to be done by everybody, whoever has put that holy thread. And the rest of the things like Darshapurnamasam, Chaturmashyam, Niruda Pasupantam, and Sarvakratvam. So these things are other kinds of yajna which needs to be done for a specific desire. Iga Parasugam, people do it. And a lot of punyam accumulates by doing those yajnas. So, if we have done such yajnas, whatever punyam that would have come, such thing, such personality, let it be there on my fingers, or let them be there on my body parts. So that's how we are bringing it, purifying ourselves by telling that, by thinking that although I have not done, let those things be blessed upon me. Let me be in that state. So we bring ourselves, quietening our mind, and also thinking that we are cleaning up ourselves onto that. Then, in some pujas, in some pantatis, we do a puja of the 5 Buddhas, Pancha Buddhas. Lam Prativyatmane Gandham Samarpayami, Ham Agasatmane Pushpaigi Pujayami. Like that it goes. Here, the interesting thing is, Prithvi Atmane, one who manifests as Prithvi. He himself is Prithvi, right? So Prithvi is the Gandham, the Gunam of Prithvi is Gandham. That itself I am offering it. I cannot create anything and offer to you. I have to take yourself and offer to you. Ham Agasatmane Pushpaigi Pujayami. When we look at Agasa, we see all the stars there. And it is, the Ishvara is the entire Brahmandam, he is there. So all this nakshatra appears to be the flowers offered to him. The Vayu, let it be the Dhupam. Let the Agni be the Deepam. Let the Amritam, the Apu, the water, let that be the Mahanevedyam. And whatever we see, Sarvam, let that Sarvam be the Sarva Upachara Pucham. Samarpayami. So that's what we offer it to the Lord in this format. In some places, in most of the places these days, we don't chant this Lam Prativyatmane part, right? But when we do Atmartha Puja, many people also do it. So then that takes us to the Dhyana Slokam of Sri Rudram. It goes like, Apatala Napastalanda Bhavana Brahmandama Vispurat. Again, in the initial one, when we are talking about Lagunyasam, we were talking about 3 different ways of having the bhakti and having the rupam. So this part of the dhyanam is mostly focuses on the Viswarupam and Nirgunam. It's a combination of that. Apatala Napasthalanda, one who measures from the Patala, Vitala Patala, from that up to the sky, up to whatever you can see, the entire Brahmandam, housed in that entire cosmos, Bhavana Brahmanda. Mavispuratu, who is all pervading in this area, and Jyotis Patikalinga. How is he manifesting? He is manifesting as a Jyotir Rupam in the form of Spatikalingam. We talked about that Spatikalingam earlier, which doesn't have any color. It's transparent. It shows whatever is there on the other side, a pure crystal. Nirguna Tattvam. And that one, because of the upatis, the colors and things like that comes in. Jyotis Patika. Mauli Vilasat. On the head of that lingam, which is shining, with a full moon emitting that amritam. Asto kapluta meka misha manisham. Pray to the fully bathed with that one Ishvara. It's fully bathed with the moon rays emitting that water particles. Rudranu Vakanchapam. Chanting Rudra Anuvakas. We are chanting that Rudras like a Japam. Dhyaye. And we are doing that meditation on that. Deepshita, much desired. Siddhaye, the perfection. We get it. Dhrivapatam, Nirguna Swarupam. Vipro Pashinjet Shivam. That Abhishekam is done to that Brahmanda as Shiva. So it's a wonderful sloga which basically visualizes the entire Brahmandam as a Jyoti Swarupam, in a Spatika form, and all the Panchabhutas are within that Shivalingam. The entire universe is within that Shivalingam. That's why we have, Prithvilingam at Ekampareshwara, Kanchipuram, Akashalingam in Chidambaram, Vayulingam in Kalahasti, Appulingam in Thiruvannaikoil, and Agnilingam in Arunachalaleshwara, Thiruvannamalai. So we have like that, to bring to our mind, and we pray that way. But we don't need the temple. We need to see the nature itself and visualize the Lord on each of these elements. And this is spanning the entire 14 lokas, the entire Brahmandam. And on the top of that, we have that moon, which is emitting the sun rays, which appears to be the Abhishekam for that whole Lord. Such a Lord, I am thinking. So think of it, every single thing, every single individual whom we see is the tiniest particle in this entire Brahmandam, which is inside that. And that's what we are seeing and we are visualizing in this particular Dhyana Sloka. Brahmanda Vyaptadeka Basida Himarusa Sabana Bhujangai. It continues like that. And that expanded cosmos and all pervading Basida Himarusa Basamana Bhujangai, wearing a white bright ash, the holy ash, the vibhuti, and the snakes, with a dark neck and the matted hair, having a moon, wearing that moon, and having the bow and the arrow, with 3 eyes. Up to this is looking like a fearful picture of the Lord. Now we immediately change our tone and say that the auspicious aspect of it, wearing a Rudraksha mala in this hand, who is manifested and omnipresent, and that one Lord Shiva is worshipped in many forms. And this Shiva is worshipped through that Sri Rudram. And we are praying to bless with all the Purusharthas, all the 4 Purusharthas. So it's the Egadasa Rudra, the 11 Rudras, are just the manifestation of that single Ishvara, who manifests in different forms inside that Brahmandam, but it is Eka Ishvara, and that's what we are seeing it and doing it as a bhakti here. So once we complete the Dhyana Slokam, like in tradition, in our tradition, before we start any activities, we always pray Ganapati, so that there is no obstacle that comes in. Gananam tva Ganapatigam habamage kavim kavinam uvamashravastamam jeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspada anastrinvannotipisi dasatanam. Again, this is, in one way it appears that it is a prayer to Ganpati. Yes, it's a prayer to Ganpati. But it is not, Ganapati is prayed as a Devata. But Ganapati is prayed here as that Eka Rupa Ishvara. It's not one Devata Ganpati, another Devata Rudra, not like that. It's one Ishvara. That Ishvara manifests as Ganapati. That's what we are trying to see. Gananam. Among all the groups of Devatas, you, Ganapatikam, the leader of all the Ganas, we worship. We worship you. The Kavim. Kavim is the visionary who has that sankalpa of creating this entire universe. Not just the Kavim. Kavinam. Among all the visionaries, you are the topmost, superlative degree. Vamastavastavam. Who has got all the fame. So any fame we see of any activity that belongs to that Lord who shines in the heart of the devotees, Jeshtarajam. Brahmanam, among the jnanis, one who knows about the Brahma is the jnanis. Brahmanaspate, he is the know of Brahmanaspate, one who is the Lord of all the Brahmandas, of all the Vedas, all the manifestations. Basically, Sarvam. So we are praying to that Ishvara who is the essence of the Vedas, who is the essence of this entire universe, who manifests as the universe, and who is the visionary, meaning that all the three columns, present, past, future, he knows that. He is the group of sets of whatever you say, set of people, set of animals, set of living beings, whatever we want to call that set. And not only that set, the leader of that set too. And that's what we are praying to this Lord. And we are telling that, please give us, with listening to our prayers of praise, please sit in the altar of our hearts. Jeshtarajam. Be in our heart and shine and do all the protection. So with this prayer, the actual Rudra Anuvagas starts. We will continue in the next session. Om Tat Sat.